Hello everyone, I'm Lafir back again with another Awaken Chaos Era video. So in today's video, I'll be showing you how I clear the Void Tower Hut floors from floor 1 to floor 100. So I'll invite you to join me in my journey in clearing these Void Tower Hut floors. So currently this Void Tower Hut has enemies that is already is boosted with this mastery system, so it will be much more challenging. So currently I'm on Void Tower Hut floor 1, and let's check out the rune marks. So currently the rune marks condition is starting from round 7, heroes will receive lightning strike at the beginning of each round that deals true damage. Lightning strike damage increases with each round. So this one is similar to how the arena works. Like for the traditional arena, after 6 rounds, then they will get a lightning strike on your own team rather than the enemy's team. And then the second rune mark is enemies take 50% less damage from all sources and gain increase damage taken 2 upon receiving control effects. So in order for you to deal more damage to them, you need to crowd control them with either like freeze, stun, sleep, or anything that allows you to crowd control them so that to prevent them from using their active skills or skills with cooldown. And however, right, when enemies are controlled, they will deal 200% increased damage, so their basic ability will be able to deal double damage. So you need to build your crowd controller somewhat tanky, especially for those who apply the taunt. So let's try. So based from this rune marks condition, right? It means that we shouldn't be using like tanky slow team to defeat the enemies, because this lightning strike true damage will eventually destroy your team. So you can't really last that long. So you'll need to build a speed nuke team to like destroy these enemies quickly before the 6 or 7 round starts. And if you want to deal high amount of damage, you'll need to also crowd control them and defeat them before they can retaliate with their basic ability here. So this is a strategy that I'll be going with. And let's try out the first floor. Alright, so this is my basic team that I used to clear the previous Void Tower Hut floors using Sierra, Valeria, Evera, and Florence. So this is my typical team that I also use for adventure speed farming. So probably most players from early to mid game will not have these heroes, so most probably I will use something that is much more accessible. So I will be using Nathalia. She's quite a good damage dealer. Then I can use like Windstrex to boost my speed in case if your heroes are pretty slow. I can have Zatlux to pair up with Nathalia. And then a crowd controller, maybe like Lunar Melizza. So I'll be using these heroes to defeat the enemies in the Void Tower Heart to see how far that this team can take me. Alright, I'll put this on manual mode because I want to crowd control the enemies on the second wave, because the first wave enemies is pretty weak. So I'm more concerned of the second wave, if this wave has 2 waves or the wave that has 3 waves. Alright, so let's just reserve our abilities. In order for your heroes to begin first, right, you can build them at least 160 speed and above, so that you don't get being attacked by these enemies. Alright, first wave is down. Second wave, apply the defense down. Increase speed and the attack up. Then crowd control them for more damage. And then boost up Nathalia's damage with the Rage Aura. And nuke them down. Right, let's take down Silent. Alright, first floor is clear. So this is one way for you to like speed nuke the enemies here. Okay, we are on second floor. Most probably I'll be using the same strategy here.
You don't stand a chance against me. Do you believe in magic? Do you believe in magic? Let my power blow you away. Do you believe in magic? Got you in my sight. You don't stand a chance against me. Do you believe in magic? Do you believe in magic? Let my power blow you away. Do you believe in magic? Got you in my sight. You don't stand a chance against me. Do you believe in magic? Got you in my sight. Let my power blow you away. Do you believe in magic? You don't stand a chance against me. Do you believe in magic? Do you believe in magic? Let my power blow you away. Do you believe in magic? Don't think you can run away from my arrows. Do you believe in magic? Let my power blow you away. You don't stand a chance against me. Do you believe in magic? Do you believe in magic? stand a chance against me. Do you believe in magic?
Alright, so I've cleared floor 1 to floor 10 using epic heroes, which was a little bit challenging because there's a lack of AE heroes there. So let me collect the first floor 10 rewards. It consists of advanced summon crystals, 100 diamonds, and what? 4-star hoodie? Oh, 2-star hoodie, but not sure why they show it as max. Claim them.
Got you in my sight. Let my power blow you hide from me. Do you believe in magic? Oh. Let my power blow you away. Don't think you can run away from my arrows. Do you believe in magic? Let my power blow you away. Don't think you can run away from my arrows. So easy. Do you believe my power blow you away. Ha! Don't think you can run away from my arrows. Oh. Silly. Do you believe in magic? Let my power blow you away. Don't think you can run away from my arrows. Let my power blow you away. Don't think you can run away from my arrows. Silly. Do you believe in magic? Let my power blow you away. Don't think you can run away from my arrows. Silly. Do you believe in magic? You don't stand a chance against me. Don't think you can run away from my arrows. Let my power blow you away. My sight. Silly. Do you believe in magic? I am the spear of the forest. Don't think you can run away from my arrows. Silly. Do you believe in magic? Let my power blow you away. Ha! Ha! Don't think you can run away from my arrows. Let my power blow you away. Ha! 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 That's in my sight. Silly. Do you believe in magic? Oh. You don't stand a chance against me. Ha! Do you believe in magic? Ha!
Alright, so I have already cleared from floor 1 up to floor 40, and I will just end the video here because it's already taking up around about like close to more than an hour. So let me collect the rewards for these Void Tower Hut floors. So for floor 20, we will have 20 Stardust, 100 Diamonds, and 2 Star Foodie. Let's collect this one. And then the second one will be 120 Diamonds, 2 Star Foodie, and 1 Advanced Summon Crystal. And finally, for floor 40, we have 120 Diamonds, 30 Stardust, and 2 Star Foodie. Right, so that's how I clear from floor 1 to floor 40 just only using epic heroes. Basically 2 supported heroes, which are Windstrex and Lunar Melizza, and 2 damage dealers who are Nathalia and Beran. You need to speed tune Beran to go first, followed by Nathalia because Nathalia's ultimate ability will be reset whenever her ultimate ability defeats an enemy. And Lunar Melizza is here to taunt the enemy so that they will not be able to use their active skills and so forth. Alright, for the spells, I just basically use Rage Aura to boost up my damage dealer's attack and Sundering Purgatory to reduce their defenses. Okay, so let me show you the gears and stats for all of these 4 heroes so you can use this as your reference point in building your heroes. Alright, so the first hero I have here is Windstrex. Basically, she's my speed booster as well as the attack up booster because she has this Roaring Gale ultimate ability to help boost up everyone's speed in case if the enemies are quite fast, then this one will help a lot in cutting into their sequence or the attack order. And attack up buff is useful for those heroes that do not have attack up buff placed by their passive skills like Alright, so the first hero I have here is Windstrex. Basically, she's my supporter hero to provide the speed up buff and attack up buff in case my attack heroes does not have this buff placed by themselves using the passive skill. And speed up buff is very useful to go before the enemies in case if there are any enemies in the battlefield that is much faster than my heroes. And these are her stats. Basically, for Windstrex, you just want to focus on speed and focus speed to go first in a team, so that should be applying the speed. You do not need this high amount of speed for Void Tower Hut. At least around about above 170 speed should be sufficient. 165 or 170 and above. Then for focus, ideally you want to have around about 80 to 100% focus for Void Tower Hut. And you can also have some resistance to prevent enemies from crowd controlling her with like stun, sleep, freeze, and so forth. And after you get these 3 requirements okay, then you can focus on health and defense stats so that you'll be able to take some hits. And then how I gear her is basically 2 Raider set and a broken set. So basically Raider set is to boost up her base speed. For each Raider set it will provide 15 speed, so I have 2 here, so this will provide a total of 30 speed there. So let me quickly go through the equivalent stats here. So this is the weapon with some health, speed, focus. This is the helmet with some health, focus as well. Agility is useful to deflect the attacks. Attack is not really useful for her because she's not a damage dealer. And then this is the chest plate with some critical rate, agility, focus and attack. This one is not really a good stat. Basically I just use this to boost up her focus and get some agility. And as always, supporter heroes should go for speed boots to go first. This one is mainly for damage dealer with critical damage and attack. Ideally this one should be defense, health percentage and focus. And this is a health ring with some focus, speed, attack and resistance. It only has around about two substats that I need. Ideally this one should be like defense or agility. And finally we have a necklace here with some focus as the primary stats, with a triple roll on speed and some defense and health. Ideally this one should be, if you're not able to find a lot of good substats that have focus stats, then you can use focus as your primary stats for your equipment here. Alright, so her glyphs and abilities are all maxed out. And she does not have any masteries at all. So actually you do not need any masteries unless you're really like late game. Then most probably you can benefit from this gear mastery to boost up her her speed boot stats based from this one. I think is this one. Random stat up number 2, which improved the main stat of the gears for feet, neck, and hands. And same goes with this one also. Random stat up 1 and random stat up 2. In case if you are planning to use like Windstrex for like arena. But for this, for Void Tower Heart, I don't think you need that high amount of speed. Just at least around about 170 and above, and faster than all of your allies or your heroes there. So let's move on to the second hero on the team, who is Lunar Melizza. Alright, so this is my Lunar Melizza. Basically, her role is there to crowd control the enemies. Because for the current Void Tower Heart rotation, they have this rune mark that whenever the enemies are crowd controlled by like taunt, stun, freeze, or sleep, they will receive 50% extra damage. It's like a passive increased damage taken debuff placed on them. So basically, her role is to prevent the enemies from using any of the cooldown abilities against my squishy heroes. And the good part about Lunar Melizza is that she has 2 crowd control abilities. One is her special ability Javelin that can stun a single target enemy, and an AoE taunt ability that can apply to all enemies in the battlefield. So here are her current stats. She has around about 238 speed, 100% focus, and some health and defense. Ideally, you just want to focus the same stats like Windstrex, just prioritize on speed, focus, health, and defense. For Lunar Melizza as a tanker and taunter, right, you want to have her with high amount of health and defense stats. And let me show you the gears. So currently I'm gearing her with a triple roll on Raider set. Basically I use her for arena. But if you want to use her for like Void Tower Heart, ideally this one should be like a revival set, a 4-piece revival set and a Raider set, so that after she taunt the enemies and take her turn, she'll be able to heal herself again. So that will be a more suitable sets for Lunar Melizza for Void Tower Heart. So let's quickly go through the equipment stats here. So this is speed, health, critical damage, critical rate. Ideally this one should have the 4 stats that I've recommended earlier, which is health, speed, defense, and focus. And this is the helmet with some defense, focus, resistance. Resistance is also quite useful for Lunar Melizza to prevent her from being crowd controlled by the enemies. If the enemies have special ability on their default ability, like Charles is able to taunt his enemies using his basic ability. So having resistance will be quite useful there. And this is a chest plate with some focus, health and defense, and some agility. Agility is also quite useful for Lunar Melizza to deflect the incoming attacks, because deflection will reduce the damage by 50%. So this is a speed boots with some resistance, health and defense. And this is a critical damage ring with some focus, speed and health. The reason why I use this critical damage ring is because I want to get the speed, because I don't have much Raider sets with speed substats here. And finally we have a resistance necklace with some speed, focus, defense. So this one is also the same. I get this piece because of the speed substats rule here. And the glyphs and abilities are all maxed out. So in order to build a more tankier Lunar Melizza, ideally this one should be like a speed boost and health and defense primary stats. Then the rest of the substats you can gain from the substats like focus, defense, agility, or resistance. But you want her to have at least around about close to 20,000 health and 2,000 defense stats with a revival set equipped. Alright, so this is the new epic hero that was released in the new faction Visitors by Sea. As you notice, the new background, the beach and the sea here. So Beran is one of the most awesome epic hero to deal AoE damage after Evera, because her ultimate ability deals tons of damage, and it has another passive skill here that allows her to deal additional bonus attack, which is quite helpful in clearing up waves of enemies, especially for the Void Tower Heart and the Jelly Madness EXP dungeon. Alright, so this is her overall stats. She has around about 5,000 attack, 100% critical rate, 220% critical damage, and 165 speed. She's picked to go third in her team So to reduce the enemy's health low enough so that Nathalia can do the finishing kill. And yeah, basically damage dealers, you just want to prioritize on attack, critical rate, critical damage. Once you achieve the 100% critical rate, then you can max out the attack and critical damage. As for Void Tower Heart, ideally you want to have speed above 160 so you can begin the turn first without the need of the Windstrex speed buff help. Alright, and it will also be good to have some precision to go against weaker affinity enemies like fire, because Beran is weak against fire, so having some precision will prevent the enemies from deflecting her attack, because deflection will cause her damage to become a non-critical hit and reduces the damage by 50%. Alright, so let's check out her gears. Currently I'm gearing her in a Raider set and a Rebel set. Rebel set is to stun the enemies, however the chance is quite low. But in order to stun the enemy, she will need some focus stats. And I don't have much focus stats on her, only like 70.5%. Basically, this is my gear setup for the guild versus environment to clear the medium relics, especially for the emergency rescue. And Raider set is to help boost up her base speed. So let's quickly go through the equipment stats here. So this is the weapon with some speed, attack, critical damage. This is the helmet with some critical rate, critical damage, attack and some defense. And this is the chest plate with some critical damage, critical rate, attack, precision. This is an attack boots with some critical rate, attack, critical damage and focus. And this is a critical rate ring with some triple roll and precision, attack, critical damage and resistance. And finally, this is a attack necklace with some critical rate, double roll and flat slash attack and health. Ideally, this one should be critical damage to allow her to deal more damage. And yeah, focus is also quite important if you're using her in a rebel set. So ideally, this one should be a focus stats here. Alright, so let's check out her glyphs. Her glyphs are all maxed out, as well as her abilities. And I only have her to Ascension 2. And in order for her trait to perform well, she will need to have Ascension 5 here. Okay, she doesn't have any mastery books at all, as you notice here. If mastery books, she'll be even much more powerful with the help of this gear mastery effect to boost up her damage output. Alright, so let's move on to the final damage dealer on my team, who is Nathalia. Alright, so this is my Nathalia. Here are her overall stats. She has around about 6,200 attack, 164 speed, she's speed tuned to go last in the team, 100% critical rate, and 312% critical damage. And she has some focus, but focus does not play a role for Nathalia because she does not apply any negative effects. Ideally, she should have a higher precision rather than focus so that she'll be able to deal damage against strong affinity enemies like the wood affinity enemies in the Void of Heart. Alright, so let's check out the gears. So currently I'm gearing her with a double Raider set and a guard set. Guard set is to generate a shield so that her passive skill can automatically work because it requires at least a buff on herself before the passive skill can work. And she has a double Raider set to boost up her base speed. So let's quickly go through the stats here for each equipment. So this is the weapon with some attack, focus, critical rate and speed. Ideally this one should be a critical damage. Then for the helmet we have attack, critical rate, critical damage and focus. And this is the chest plate with some attack, critical damage, focus and health. And this is the attack boots with some attack, critical rate, critical damage. And this is a critical damage ring with some attack, critical rate, precision. And finally this is a attack necklace with some focus, critical damage and critical rate. Her glyphs and abilities are all maxed out. So for Nathalia to shine, right, she needs to have at least the Ascension 2 so that she'll be able to deal damage and increase the damage output based on the number of positive effects. So every positive effect she has, it will increase her damage output by 10% up to a maximum of 40%. And then currently I have some mastery books on her, that's why as you notice, her attack and critical damage is pretty high. It's because of the mastery books. So I have already invested around about like 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 mastery books. So I've already maxed out the gear mastery effect and close to maxing out this ability mastery effect. And then for this one is not really important for Nathalia, because this one is mainly for support and tanker heroes to benefit from the health and defense. But ideally you want to have the first roll on the physic mastery effect to benefit from this 20% critical damage. And if you want to book Nathalia, right, just max out this gear mastery effect, get 1 mastery book on this critical damage up, and max out this one, because this one is really important in case if you're looking to farm the last stage of Ash Magistra 16. So by reducing her ultimate skill cooldown, she'll be able to perform more ultimates to deal more damage to the boss. So this one will help out to speed up the run even faster. So the reason why I can have a very high amount of critical rate and critical damage and attack stats is because of this ability mastery effect. So ability mastery effect provides around about 23% critical rate. So you can focus more stats on the attack and critical damage, as you can see here in my gears here. I just have less critical rate and prioritize on attack and critical damage once you get the additional critical rate from the mastery books. Alright, so that's the end of my video covering all of the 4 heroes that I used to clear the Void Tower Hut from floor 1 to floor 40, just using epic heroes that are quite accessible to most players in the game, especially for the mid to late game players. If you have any questions on how to clear these floors, do post a comment below so I'll be able to check them out and answer them as soon as possible. If you found this video helpful, do give this video a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, you can click on the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay up to date whenever I upload a new video to this channel. And if you'd like to support me, I have a donation link in the video description below where you can donate to me directly through PayPal, or you can become a monthly subscriber by visiting my site at patreon.com/Ayumilove. For the remaining floors in Void Tower Hut, probably I'll break up into a few more videos, maybe covering from floor 41 to floor 60, then from floor 60 up to floor 100, depending on how long it takes to clear those floors. Alright, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Bye!